So possibly this is the last episode in this series, because my goal here wasn't to build a full-fledged application, at least definitely not with this style, but just to show the beginning steps. And I think when you have a look and you will understand what I'm showing, actually on these basic principles, if you are an experienced application developer, you can build an entire complex application on these building elements. Even complex application can be implemented like so, because the rest is just really hacking around the HTML files. Bootstrap gives you all the basic user interface components, and then TypeScript gives you an excellent static type language, and the Webpack is just the framework for packaging. Azure is to hosting it. Yeah, so I think it would be quite a complete application in this sense. So what is the next step? Where I used a tricky part of Bootstrap. This is how to display a toast. In Bootstrap example, we have an example here in this is the toasts section, and here you can find live example. So when the user presses show live toast, it displays this message, and here is the source code. This is the user interface part. This is the button, and this is of course this fixed bottom 0 and position of the box where it is displayed, some styling and the button and so on and so forth with some text. And here is because a toast cannot be displayed without the help of JavaScript. Of course, first of all, we need a toast trigger, a document, a button which has this handler, and also when this handler is clicked, then the toast, where the toast live example as seen here, this is the toast live example. So this is the live toast div element. The class is here as a toast. Therefore this can be shown, can be displayed. So that's the basic idea. How can it be integrated with our project? Actually, this is quite straightforward. Just for the sake of better organization of the text, I created a module, a toast.ts, which just imports the Bootstrap icons. The reason I want to include, because this is an important visual element of Bootstrap, that Bootstrap has a full icon library. Millions of icons are available, and they can be used very easily. First of all, just import the Bootstrap icons CSS file, and then here is an example. The stars icon can be used. What is the stars button? Say when I'm here, just enter the star. Here is the stars. When I click here, you can see that this is one of the possibility, actually how you can use this icon. Right, and then the second, in this example which I used here, I also have here a logo. This is an SVG file, the Bootstrap logo. Interesting that it cannot be revealed. But anyway, so this is a logo, and because this is an image file, this is the most straightforward way just to import into our application. And as I mentioned earlier, that these SVG files, because this is an icon, because this is an asset, and then it is configured automatically here, SVG, you can reference it this way. So just import this logo file, and then this logo can be used for the image source, like so. So this function is exported here. It has a number of parameters. The first one is the toast ID. You know, I'm pretty sure that the good programmers should be consistent with their IDs, and these IDs should have a compile time support. That's the reason we love TypeScript. So I don't want to have errors because of the misspelling of the IDs. So that's why IDs are here. And input is for a small text part, which it could be displayed here, and the message text, the larger text block is coming. So this way this user interface element is more like a of course, this is far from perfect. This is really just a demonstration. It's not even close to a real solution, but these pieces give you enough ammunition to be able to elaborate a proper toasting solution. And yeah, so this is the user interface part, and then back to this Java TypeScript part, where an additional button is included here. And as usual, I also has a constant variable for its identifier, show live toast. And then this is where here I import this function, this toast UI function from, this is the toast UI exported. I import here this toast UI function, and then here I call this function with these parameters, and the return value is this HTML string, and it is concatenated here. So that's why it is displayed. And then the rest is just define the event handler, and then to show the toast. So that's basically it. So again, just a recap, it shows again how to use CSS in with Webpack, how to use image files with Webpack, as well as how to use icons, at least Bootstrap icons. It's really nothing special with that. And this is how to use these literals with these expressions. Okay, and practically that was it. If I come back, read me Bootstrap, yes, image, so that's all. Let's check out how it works. Let me just start again the development server. Okay, here is our development server. Another button is displayed when I click here, that you can see this is the SVG image file, and this is the icon, and this the short text, and also the message text. And this is automatically display, hides some time, but it also has this close button. So that's what you can expect. Of course, anything you change, it is hot reloaded. So that's part of this tool set. Therefore, the last step in this game is to toast added, and as usual, when it is pushed and when we are coming back to our Azure monitor, yeah, we can see that this is our next fourth commit in this project, which pushes the application over to Azure. I don't wait for the completion because that's going to be quite straightforward. So thank you for the attention. Possibly, maybe later I'm coming back with additional episodes, but in that case, I will cover and focus towards web components, because if you are a experienced programmer, you can immediately recognize, even without starting, that this style of programming is not necessarily the cleanest, and even when you do your best as an experienced professional programmer, of course you can build as clean as possible solution, but still without some efficient tooling, it's not gonna work properly. So there were possibly two approaches. One is to build again a framework like React or Angular, or the other option is just to go towards and start using web components, because web components are really meant to help solving the programming architectural problems that we could face with such a dynamic programming style.